comprehensive breakdown of the best gun to use for each boss fight in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This will include the full loadout build in the gunsmith, specific double tap augments, and going through each boss fight, completing them live using the best weapons. From Terminus to Citadel to Shattered Veil, I've got you covered. So let's start with the best weapon to use in the Terminus boss fight. Now, a lot of people would instantly go, oh, the ASG shotgun is the best weapon for this boss fight, but Season 3 Reloaded and Double Tap changed all of that because the Maelstrom shotgun is now the absolute undisputed GOAT. Here is the loadout that you're going to want to run for it, and you'll want to combine this build with these augments for Double Tap, as well as Depth Perception, along with the Napalm Burst ammo mod to get these incredible results. Just look at how incredible this is in the fight. My reaction is priceless. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh! What? Holy moly, dude! What was that damage? Like 19,000 damage? I blinked and I missed it. Holy moly. This thing is a monster. Now, I know a lot of guns are really good now in this boss fight, but this is very good. Napalm Burst as well. Of course, you need Napalm Burst. Otherwise, that first phase, damage-wise, just won't happen. It just won't happen, guys. Okay, we've now got our Frenzied Guard, which is really good. I'm going to wait for Patient 13 to come back. And I'm going to wait until after this next phase because he doesn't become weak to napalm. We've got to shoot his mouth and then his tentacles. So that's the one bit where no crazy gun will do like ridiculous. Oh my God, what the frick? Oh my, what? How's this happened? I'm going to have to put one of these. Okay, he's back. That was really unexpected from your boy. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're still doing really good damage, though. Let's pop one of these. I'll wait for Patient 13 to make his way back. Maybe I should have got tier 3 armor, but let's see. Damage-wise, oh, we are cooking, boys. Holy. Oh, there we go. That's done. He's gone. Now we're on to tentacles. Oh, gotta be very careful here. Can I get some good shots in? Yup, there we go. Nice and easy. These parasites, man, they're no joke. They've been buffed or something. But oh my God, this is incredible. And now he's immune. Shoot his mouth again. And I think, is he weak? Yeah, there we go. Now we're in the final phase. Final phase. I don't know how good Napalm Burst is going to be, but I'm going to pop my Frenzied Guard anyway. Maybe I should have popped it instead of going down, but this thing just deletes now. And I know some of you might be thinking, okay, but you're on round 22. Like, of course, this thing's going to be good at round 22. Any gun triple patches, but I mean, you can see the damage. It does not lie. This thing is incredible. Comments, I'll let you decide if it's better than the ASG. I feel like it is. But I'm just so happy that we've got a lot of options now in this game on what sort of weapons to use. The meta is getting spicy. I want another amalgam to appear. Oh, here we go. Watch how quick. Oh, no, he grabbed me. No. Okay, let's see if we can get his eyes. Yeah, we're doing crazy damage. Right, here we go. Oh, and he's gone. Oh my gosh. Another weapon that is insanely powerful now thanks to double tap is the DM10. I'm going to drop the loadout on screen right now. But what I think me and you guys will be so shocked about is just how strong this is. And a big shout out to Crazy Shoot, who was the first that I've seen to really point this gun out. But look what happens now. We have a marksman rifle pack-a-punched with extra fire rate and non-critical damage. What the? Look at this. What? 15,000 non-crit damage. Like, are you joking me? This thing is so powerful that it does way more non-crit than it ever done crit. And because of that fire rate, look at this thing. It is pretty much like a fully auto rifle at this point, as the fire rate is so quick now with double tap, but it is so destructive when it's triple pack-a-punched with napalm burst that it's just insane against this boss fight. I actually couldn't believe it when I first saw how ridiculously strong this gun was. Totally unexpected. It's not the greatest weapon in the world to use against zombies and mini bosses like the manglers. It still absolutely destroys them, but it's just not something that I would have initially picked. And I'm sure it's something that you guys probably wouldn't have thought of using either. Like, look at that. Oh my God. The critical damage is insane. Okay, so going to second phase now. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Bro, this thing is ridiculous. Oh my God, we actually got him so quick during that. that he didn't go out of shooting him in his mouth. That is insane. Don't get me wrong, the ASG was incredible, but I actually think this gun might be better. The ASG is definitely the more consistent overall weapon that you want to use in any scenario, be it taking down zombies, going into high rounds. Like, you're going to be doing a lot of incredible damage with that thing. This is definitely more suited for boss fight, but my god, this thing is actually insane. Okay, we've got amalgam here. So let's see. Does it delete? Not quite as much as you would think, but it still makes light work of amalgams. Eventually. There we go. But I am just so shocked at how strong this is against Patient 13. This is actually absurd. I want to try my best to get Aether Shroud back again. Okay, here we go. We are back. Ready to rock and roll. So we're on final phase already. What? I blinked. We skipped phase 3 entirely. I am so surprised at that. I did not even notice that, but here we go. Now we've got him in this final moment here where he's super weak against napalm, but it doesn't even matter. We stopped his wipe attack there, and there we go. He is gone. This gun is ridiculous. So ridiculous, and it's so good paired with double tap with these augments on your screen. Pretty much the same augments as what you want to run for the ASG, but wow, the non-critical double damage with double tap and that additional fire rate is just so crazy. Now, 2 gun recommendations for Terminus. You know, you probably think is enough, but I've actually got one more that is just even more absurd. I don't think double tap will make it that much better, but it's definitely something you will want to recommend and absolutely consider using. So let's jump into it. Well, without question, the ultimate weapon for this boss fight and almost every boss fight in the game is the D13 sector. Let's see how much better it is now with double tap. So look at that critical damage. 63,000 non-crit. That is absolutely absurd. Prior to double tap's introduction in this game, this did 54,000 critical per shot. But wow, look at how insane the damage is on this thing across the board, whether it's using it against zombies or for boss fights, which this weapon is absolutely perfect for. This is the ultimate weapon. It is insane that a weapon that literally launches pizzas is this good. If you want the loadout for this thing, there isn't really a lot of attachments for it. I will keep that loadout on screen for you now, but most importantly is you don't actually want to put on any different sort of bullet types. So there are explosive discs and there is ricochet discs. Keep those off. You don't want either of them on, as this gun loses damage when you do that. The double tap's obviously going to improve the fire rate, so this thing's just going to shoot even quicker than it did before. I'm going to go ahead and pop my Aether Shroud. So let's see how we do here. So, oh my gosh. Did you see that? 39,000 there, and he is fully immune. Now we need to go and get these off, which are a little hard to hit, but literally one shot, and that's it. Did we even need to get the second one off? No, we did not. That is insanity. In terms of high rounds, this is definitely not a practical weapon to be using, but this video is all about boss fights. And regardless of what round you take this in on, it is going to be insane paired with the napalm burst ammo mod. Like, I don't think I need to say anything. The footage really speaks for itself. This is just insane. It requires no skill, no compromises whatsoever. You literally just shoot the boss with this and the rest is history. Really good against amalgams too. Literally a 3-shot. What can't this weapon do? Let's be honest. All right, here we go. Let's pop our Aether Shroud. Let's see what damage we're doing now. So we completely skipped that wipe phase. And oh my gosh, this might be the quickest clear I've ever had of this boss fight ever with this gun. This truly is the best weapon for the Terminus boss fight. Exactly the same double tap augments as what you've seen run before. You just want to improve that fire rate. But my god, this thing is insane. So there is the best weapons for the Terminus boss fight. Let's now move on to Liberty Falls and then Citadelle Des Morts. So here we are on Liberty Falls for the boss fight, which is a very different boss fight to any of the other boss fights in the game, as we're not fighting a physical boss, but instead surviving multiple waves of zombies, including some special enemies and elites. But without question, the best boss fight weapon for this is going to be the D13 sector. I'm going to throw up the weapon build on screen right now. There really isn't a lot of attachments for it, but you'll want to pair this with the Napalm Burst ammo mod. Because when this thing is triple pack-a-punched and taken into this boss fight, the damage is just insane. Like, it is going to one-shot absolutely everything in sight. As you see there, it just one-shotted a mangler right there doing 50,000 damage. And later on in this boss fight, we're going to have some phases where we're going to have some elites that have a lot more damage than just a typical normal special zombie. And this thing just makes light work of absolutely anything you throw at it. It is genuinely insane how overpowered this weapon is. And I am very doubtful that even if more weapons are added into the game with later seasons, this will still be one of the strongest guns, if not the strongest gun to use for this. It is just absurd how powerful this is. Now, since you're dealing with manglers and abominations, their weakness is Napalm Burst. So 100% recommend putting the Napalm Burst ammo mod on with this. And with full ammo, you've got nearly 100 discs to shoot, which is just insane. Obviously, double tap definitely helps, where we have these augments on for double tap, which allows non-critical damage to be doubled, as well as increasing the fire rate. But we've got our first sort of elite here, and it's effortless. Literally a few shots doing 50,000 damage each, and he is gone. No stress whatsoever. Who would have thought that a gun that shoots pizzas would be this powerful against almost every single boss fight in this game? And thanks to Vulture Aid, we are barely having to buy ammo because zombies are dropping it very, very regularly. Okay, we're now on final phases. We've got the max ammo, so this is the real test. Let's see how much damage it will do against the elite abomination. This thing is just an absolute monster. So, so good. Okay, we've got our mangler in, just a normal mangler. One shot, he's gone. That easy. And here we go. We've got our abomination in now. Let's throw down a decoy and get him to fire at us, and watch this. Literally almost a one shot. The moment that his mouth appears, 75,000 damage. And because this thing's so good, we don't even have to wait for a mouth to open, because we can do some pretty good non-crit damage too. But there we go. Very, very effortless. It's taken out in just a few shots. And once you've taken it out, that is it. The Liberty Falls boss fight is over. And this is easily the easiest boss fight in the game. But nevertheless, you still want a really good, strong weapon that will just make it an absolute breeze. And this is it. So, so good. But now we've beaten that, let's now move on to the next map's boss fight, which is Citadelle Des Morts. Okay, here we are on Citadelle Des Morts, ready for the boss fight. And as you can see, a very familiar weapon is going to make it as the best boss fight weapon. There are two that I recommend for this fight. The first one we're going to be trying out here is the nail gun, now that we have double tap on. So let's see, how good is this with double tap? Let's take a look. So this should have increased fire rate, but the damage was already ridiculous on this. So as you can see, we need to start by breaking off some armor. There we go. Armor's already broken. I'm going to go ahead and pop Ether Shroud, and I'm just going to fire away at him and see what sort of damage we're doing. So it breaks in about 2 to 3 shots. And there we go. We've fully broken off both of his legs already, which is extremely quick. And we've already got a wrist as well. And there we go. First phase already done and dusted. It feels like you just blink and you've done enough damage to finish a phase very, very quickly. Now, you noticed, unlike with Terminus, this is still incredible, but it's not doing the same amount of damage as what we saw in that fight. And out of all the boss fights in the game, this is definitely the one which is, in my opinion, the most tricky, the easiest to sort of fail on, because as the fight goes on, this guy gets extremely aggressive to the point where going down happens quite often. It's very easy if you take your foot off the gas at any point. So in between phases, it's really good to try and take out as many zombies as you can to get your field upgrade back, because Ether Shroud is going to be your best friend in this. Okay, here we go. He is back. So let's go for phase 2 now. So we've got a ton of his armor pieces already exposed. We've got a wrist and a shoulder there. Very, very easy to just fire at and not really think too much about. You've got to be a little bit accurate of where you're shooting, just so that you can break off the armor pieces that you need. There we go. There's the middle chest. We just need to get a wrist now. There we go. There's a wrist. Can we get a shoulder pad? There we go. Literally 3 shots on either area there. Pop your Ether Shroud again, and we can do some crazy, crazy damage. So doing 17,000 to each sort of critical area there. And you can see that health bar is just depleting so quick. And there we go. That's another phase done. And once he's back, we are in the final phase and we just need to pump in a ton of damage. And we should be very, very comfortable here. So we will no longer be doing critical. Now, for a majority of these boss fights, you don't even really need to use any gobblegums. But if there's any map that I recommend having just something as a backup, it's definitely this map. Okay, but he is back. So now if I shoot, we can see that we're doing 17,000 damage. No more critical spots, but you can see that health is just dropping so quick. Look at that. Very, very impressive. And not a lot of skill needed for this weapon either. You just literally fire it at him. And any moment now, he is done. Absolutely love the D13 sector. So if you want to give this a go, absolutely one of the most stress-free weapons for this boss fight. You can find the loadout on your screen right now. Not a lot of attachments that you need. And if you want to run this with the double tap augments that I was running, then you can check those on your screen right now as well. But there's one other weapon which is just as good if you want something a little bit different than the D13 sector. So let's go ahead and jump into that weapon right now. There we go. Okay. Oh, 500. Okay, 500 apiece to break the armor. That's pretty good. And then what's the critical? 2,600. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Right, let's keep breaking armor. Oh my god, this thing is unreal so far. Does not die. So much of his armor is exposed right now. I think that could be first phase done. Yep, there we go. Absolute breeze so far with this weapon. This is so much better than the ASG from what I remember in this boss fight, at least. The number one best gun in this boss fight is the D13 sector, which does 17,000 non-crit. I don't think we're going to be doing anything as crazy as that. However, this is really good so far. I mean, the rapid fire is ridiculous, but since we get a max ammo in between each phase, it doesn't actually matter if we completely rinse the gun of its ammo. So as long as I can get my ether shroud back, we can have 2 again. We're very close. Should be ready for round number 2. And we don't have many pieces left to break. We've just got, I think, his right wrist and shoulder pad, and then his chest. All in a day's work. And we've got a doppelgast in. And no problems at all. He is gonzo. Okay, Guardian is back. So yeah, we just got shoulder pad to do here. That's gone. And then his chest in the middle. And oh, we are just unleashing pure pain on this guy right now. Nearly 5k crit. Insane. Oh, this is so good. This is really good. This fire rate as well is just incredible. And with the buff, the damage range has been increased quite a bit. So we are just gonna, I'm actually gonna pop Ether Shroud again. Get a reload in. And then we're just gonna go ahead and take out all these other exposed pieces. So we get that. Now it's just the right side here. And he is already done. Holy moly. This shotgun is genuinely incredible. Let's go ahead and pick up a electric incantation. All right, let's swap back to our lion sword and let's get our ether shroud recharged back up. I'm running napalm burst again on this, but I think lightmen could also be really good as we do have doppelgast on this map and in this boss fight, but we do get an amalgam in this phase, so I'm trying my best to make sure that when he does spawn, we are ready to take him out. There we go. There's our ether shroud. We got that back, ready to go. Happy days. Thankfully with Vulture Raid, when you do, you know, use a lot of ammo, we can get it back from dropped zombies. Cool, let's get that max ammo. We've got an amalgam in as well. Take him out. I think it's really important we take this out first before we try anything. Okay, there we go. Amalgam gone. Right, let's pop our ether shroud. There we go. Oh, 9,000 crit. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, this gun is genuinely amazing. All right, that is 2 for 2 on boss fights. Holy, this might be one of the best guns I've ever used in this boss fight. Genuinely, the fire rate is on another level. That was really impressive stuff. Okay, when I said 2 guns, I actually meant there might be a third, because this second one is incredible. You wouldn't think it, but the ray gun is insane in this boss fight. And thanks to double tap, we now have an incredible rate of fire where it shoots a lot quicker than it did. I would argue this is how it should have always been. You can see for the critical, we're getting 6,000 per shot, which is absolutely insane. If we just go ahead and pop our Ether Shroud here, getting like 500 odd to every armor break. And then as you can see there, effortless to break all the armor pieces off. And in no time at all, he is done with that first phase. Insane. Now, is it as quick as the D13 sector? I'm not sure, but the damage with this is just amazing. Definitely a contender for sure. The ray gun has always been good in this boss fight, and I've always recommended it. However, the fire rate on this thing used to be just a little bit too slow, but thanks to double tap, it is rapid. Again, like I said, I do think this is the sort of fire rate that it should have always had. But nevertheless, it is a beast. Here we go. Moving on to phase 2. Let's see. He has almost every single armor piece exposed. There we go. There's just one more bit that we haven't got. Here we go. Fully exposed now. And we're doing like 6,000 critical, which is just incredible. Look at that. There we go. Every armor piece gone. 6,000 critical. Now we just need to shoot all those exposed pieces. Definitely gets quite chaotic at this point, but there we go. Nearly second phase done. Thanks to the max ammos that we get after each phase, we'll have more than enough ammo. There we go. Now we've got that chest exposed. 9,000 critical damage. And we're into the final phase now. Okay, final phase. Here we go. Let's go ahead and pop our Ether Shroud, and then let's just go to town on this guy. Trying to get as many shots into the middle as we can. And you can just see 9,000 critical is absolutely insane. It's going to be a little bit careful of his attacks at this point, because this is definitely where a lot of people will go down, mess up on. But there we go. Easy peasy. The ray gun is so good in this. I love it. Definitely give it a go. But there is one other weapon which might actually be stronger than both the ray gun and the D13 sector for this boss fight. So let's jump in and give that weapon a go. So here we are with the third and final weapon, and this is an absolute demon for boss fights. Here we go. Show that health bar. So here we go. Look at the damage. Oh, let's pop our Ether Shroud so we get uninterrupted destruction here. You can see that the criticals are insane once we break off some armor here. The armor breaks so quick and so easily that you just spam away at this guy. So once we get a critical, oh my god, 8,000 crit. That is insane damage. Definitely up there with what we saw with the D13 and the ray gun. But there we go. First phase already completed. This, my friends, is the AMR Mod 4 Sniper. I will throw the loadout on screen right now for you to use. But this is without doubt one of the highest damage weapon outputs in the entire game. With the fire rate combined with double tap, this thing is genuinely insane. And one of those weapons that combined with double tap, it is an absolute monster. As far as I'm aware as well, this does the highest damage to this boss. So you absolutely want to run this if you're having any trouble, but it's going to be a close contender between this and the D13 sector, in my opinion. The only negative to this is that the fire rate is so quick that you're going to be reloading very often. So just want to make sure that you are very accurate with where you're shooting. We've got a few more bits to break off armor wise. There we go. You can see non-crit is doing about 7,050, even 10,000. So you don't even have to worry about breaking off any of his armor necessarily, because you're going to be hitting crazy numbers with this anyway. Go ahead and pop Ether Shroud again. You can see, yeah, 8,000 crit. He is very close to being done for the second phase, but the fact that we're getting 10,000 non-crit is insane. Genuinely a monster, but you do have to be hitting all of those crit spots. And I think we just got his wrist left to go now. He has literally no armor left. And like once we're really going through, you can just see how much damage we're doing. Okay, there we go. There's second phase done. So you will run out of ammo with this thing pretty quick because of just how fast it shoots. But I'm really excited to see what this will be like in the final phase. So whilst we wait for this to be over so we can get a max ammo, we're just going to go ahead and take out all the zombies using one of the 4 swords. All right, here we go. He is back for that final phase. So let's grab this. Let's go ahead and pop our Ether Shroud. And then let's just go to town on him. Look at this. Let's just watch this health bar deplete. Oh my gosh. The fact that you don't even need to worry about the critical and non-critical with this is amazing. So definitely a little bit scary in this final phase here. But there we go. There's another bit broken. There we go. That's what we were missing. And he is going to be down any moment. It's just that middle bit on his chest that we got to get now. And there we go. 12k crit. And there we go. This thing is an absolute monster. Now, to get the benefits of that non-critical damage, you are going to want to run this double tap setup for your augments, where you're going to be having non-crits do double damage. A lot of this boss fight really heavily revolves around hitting the criticals to break off all his armor pieces. But after that point, you're doing as much damage non-crit as you are crit. But that's it for Citadel. Let's now move on to the best boss fight weapons for the tomb. Moving on to the tomb, the obvious weapon of choice would be the ASG shotgun, which is rated as the best boss fight weapon and the only real choice for this map. However, with the introduction of double tap as well as several buffs in Season 3 Reloaded, the Maelstrom shotgun is now without question the best boss fight weapon to use on the tomb, doing equal damage to the ASG and then some against bosses, but having a much faster fire rate than the ASG. All right, so here we are on the tomb, and the first test of this is to see how strong this is to destroy the Sentinel artifact during first 3 phases, because it's going to be interesting to see how much quicker it destroys it compared to the ASG. And then the second half is going to be against all the elites that we got to take down. I've got really high hopes for this, so let's jump in. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. So oh wow. Okay, so damage is pretty much on point with the ASG. I'd say that's identical damage, but the fire rate was so much quicker. I would argue this is now the best gun for this boss fight, but we're just gonna have to see how it holds up once we've got all 4 artifacts in. Okay, and in the word of Anakin Skywalker, this is where the fun begins. So now we've done the 4 Sentinel artifacts. We're now gonna have an elite boss to take down with each. The first starting with just a normal zombie there. He's got the Sentinel artifact on him. Let's see how strong this is. So we need to get him. Oh god, we've got Amalgam in as well. Oh man, I forgot. Oh, so here we go. Here's the heavy zombie. Absolutely wrecked, as well as wrecked with the Sentinel. Even though the Amalgam did get in our way there, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, so far I'm thinking this is hella good. The fire rate with double tap is just insane. Add the rapid fire on as well. Oh my god, it's nuts. Okay, so here we go. Oh my god. Oh, get the reload in. Oh my god, effortless. Absolutely effortless right there. Right, let's go and grab the max ammo. Okay. Oh, we need to be careful of that Sentinel zombie if it hits us. Oh, it's not going to be good, but oh, bit of a tank, but as you can see, one clip is all you need. One clip's all you need. Okay, here we go. Oh, brother. I've got quite a lot of elites now. We've got this guy, our favorite. Pop fire into him here. Oh, we're gonna need a reload, but oh, no problem at all. Oh my god, this thing is just straight destroying. Down to final phase now, where we just have our good old trusty Amalgam to take down. There he is. Right, this thing has more health than any other elite. Here's a chunky boy. Oh my god, look at how much damage you did. Uh-oh, are we gonna miss this phase? Hell no, because the fire rate is so good. Let's go, man. I honestly am saying that this is one of the best guns in the game now, period. Like, this is the best shotgun. The ASG is sitting at 2nd place now, as this does the exact same damage, especially in this boss fight, but it just puts the power down quicker. Like, Treyarch did mess about a bit with the rapid fire of the ASG, and I think they fixed it with the update, but still, it can't be quicker than that. This is just absolutely incredible. Here we are on the most recent map, Shattered Veil, and for this boss fight, the ultimate weapon is the AMR mod 4. Watch this, guys. So at the moment, we just have the toxic zombies. We need them to eat them. If we shoot the sides, we get 24,000 crit. But look how insane the damage is. I'll pop Ether Shroud and then just spam away. Look at that. We're doing 10,000 non-critical every hit, and you can just spam away, not even having to worry about any of his critical spots due to the amazing benefits that you get with the double tap augment. So we want him to be eating up zombies so we get those crit spots. We don't even need to worry about that. Just shooting him in general is going to just do insane damage, thanks to how insanely strong the AMR mod 4 is. And within no time at all, phase 1 is complete. And whilst he's up there, we're going to shoot him a little bit more just to get some more damage. But this is without question the best weapon for this boss fight. There is simply nothing stronger. So impressive. In the meantime, whilst you're waiting for him to come back, fantastic to switch to the Ray Gun Mark II W, because it's fully automatic. Fantastic for taking out the zombies. Basically just getting your Ether Shroud back for when you really need it. But not really a moment where you would really need to pop it unless you are in a tight scenario. So there we go. He's munching some zombies. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a Casimir just so we can distract the zombies. And then we're just going to fire at him some more. And it really is that simple. Just want to keep our distance. Just keep spraying into him, really. And then guiding him near towards the toxic zombies that he's spitting out. That way we've got some very good critical damage. And oh, I'm out of ammo. Luckily we got Vulture Aid, and look at all the zombies that we took down. We've basically got full ammo back now, which is amazing. This is a weapon where you don't even need to think about it when you're shooting this boss. Just keep your distance, run around the map, and there you go. Second phase done with very little stress whatsoever. It's just incredible. And so far I've not even had to buy ammo yet, because I'm just taking down zombies and we're getting all the ammo drops as well. Again, during these moments where I take out the zombies with the Mark II, cleans them right up. If you want my AMR mod for loadout, I will have it on your screen right now, but it's very similar to any other build that you would use for other bosses. And what makes this so good as well is with the double tap augments, which allows non-crit damage to do double. So that's why you're seeing crits on his eyes at 7,000. But then when we get non-critical hits like this, we're doing nearly 11,000 damage. It is absolutely absurd. So I'll throw up my double tap augments on screen as well for you. But there we go. Third phase done. So quick, so easy. It is effortless. This final phase is definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's where people struggle the most with this boss fight, but I'll try and make this as easy as possible for you guys. But even just for taking out normal zombies in this boss fight, it's actually insane because we've got that non-crit damage as well. You're doing like 19k to a zombie, which is just insane. But then if you shoot them in the head, you're getting like 39k. So fantastic for just taking out hordes of zombies as well if you need to. Okay, I got to lock in here, guys. I got to lock in. Keep your distance. He's going to jump over, but we got so many crit spots available there on his side that we are not going to worry. Oh, a Dying Wish just went. Oh, that's not good. Right, we're going to pop ourselves Ether Shroud. We are all good because his health bar is just going to deplete so quick. There we go. We got a Roar there. We got loads of crit there. Throw down another Casimir. And there we go. It really is as easy as that with this weapon. So quick. So easy. That was about 5 minutes to take him down. Just incredible. Okay, here goes nothing. So spamming away. Oh my. Wow, okay. So we're getting pretty decent damage here, like between 3,000 and 4,000 a hit. We need him to swallow up some of these zombies. Oh, let's move out of the way. Oh. So it's making light work of zombies, as you can see. We really need him to swallow up some zombies or give us some more. Come on, swallow up one of your zombies. There we go. The crit, 24,000. I honestly think this might be better than the ASG. Like, look at this. Look at the fire rate. He's already down and out for the count. Oh, this is looking very good, boys. This is looking good. My only concern is the ammo situation. So let's go ahead and take out some of these zombies. Let's hope that they drop some ammo for us. And I already see some ammo. Let's go. I've also got Frenzied Guard on for this because I'm going to pop it because we get a limitless magazine. And that should give us a ton of ammo to just inflict on the Z-Rex uninterrupted and just go crazy. So here we go. Let's pick up some of this ammo. Okay, here we go. Let's pop this and we're just going to go crazy if I can not get completely destroyed by zombies. But look at this, man. We ran out of ammo, but I think we might almost be done with the phase already. So close. Punch a few more zombies, I dare you. Just a few more. Few more. I couldn't even see how much damage we were doing to him at that point because I was just so zoned in on just firing at him. But as you can see, this is insane. This is so good. Okay, let's go ahead and buy some ammo. We've got an LT53 Casimir there. We've actually got quite a few that have dropped. So we are really good on ammo, boys. Like, very good. We're in a very good spot. I just need to recharge my field upgrade again. But we are good to throw down another Casimir as soon as the Z-Rex is back. Okay, let's chuck it down. And we're spamming away. He's obviously not happy. Oh, whoa. But my god, this might have one of the fastest fire rates in the game that also directly correlates to doing actual really good damage. Oh, is he stuck? What was going on there, my friend? The only issue is I don't have Ether Shroud, which I normally use as my sort of get out of jail free card, but I really wanted a Frenzied Guard. That wraps up the best gun for every boss fight so far in Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up button. If you want to see other videos similar to this going over other things in the game, please let me know. But this one took quite a while to go through every map and every boss fight multiple times, so I hope you guys appreciate it. You can check out another helpful video on your screen right now for 15 secret tips and tricks for Shattered Veil, and make sure to subscribe for more videos coming soon.